Hello everyone and welcome back to Gore Screaming Show. Okay, so we are doing AOI's route and we left off to Kyoji beating Sadashima and getting the shit beaten out of him. Let's continue. Kyoji cracks open his eyes. He can see Sadashima beside him, still hunched over with blood running from his nose. He doesn't look that injured, but his expression is full of pain as he moans and complains the whole time. Haha, I won. A smile plays over Kyoji's lips.
まったくもうバッカじゃないの？なんであんな連中と喧嘩なんかする羽目になったのよ。
Kyoji was carried to the nurse's office, where he now has Akane staring him down. She's mumbling angrily at him while spraying disinfectant over his wounds. Kyoji merely frowns at her, keeping his mouth shut. Naturally, he can't tell why the fight broke out. She's the reason he's picking the fight. You should tell her though.
ねえったら、なんであんな喧嘩になったの？
Come on, tell me already. Why did you pick a fight with them?
答えなさいよ。
Answer me.
そういう態度に出るなら。
Oh, okay then. Fine. That's how you wanna play. After whispering that out, she gives him a glare and pours a huge splash of disinfectant over one of Kyoji's wounds. Ow, that stings! That stings! That hurts, damn it! What are you doing? Are you crazy? The shower of disinfectant hisses over his wounds, sizzling like white froth. The scent of disinfectant, which is already quite thick in the nurse's office, becomes even more pungent.
暴力男に言われたくないっつーの。
You don't get to call other people crazy, you hooligan. You've really got personality issues, you know. You're both crazy. Those words are his honest feelings. To begin with, she charged into his brawl while crying out, "Sensei, over here." But she hadn't actually called the teacher. I mean, it's for the better. If a teacher found you like that, they would have killed both of you. When he asked what that was all about, Akane only made a brazen expression.
呼んでよかったの？本当に？
Did you really want me to call a teacher? You sure? Yeah, that would have been stupid to actually call a teacher. That was the extent of her answer. To be fair, given Kyoji's position, a teacher showing up then would have landed him in hot water. Yeah. The door to the nurse's office opens noisily. A moment later, one gloomy girl walks in. Are you always going to just call her a gloomy girl?
ねえ葵、先生はいた？
So, Aoi, did you find the nurse?
いなかった。
No, I couldn't find her.
仕方ないな。またあの先生、どっかでタバコふかしてるんだわ。私たちには吸うなっていうくせにヘビースモーカーだから。
Oh well, I bet she's out for a smoke again. She keeps telling us not to smoke even though she's a heavy smoker herself. Well, maybe that's why she's telling you not to smoke, because she can't fucking fight the addiction anymore. That's why she's telling you to not stop the addiction. The school nurse was already out when the three of them came in, which is why Akane's been treating him herself.
職員室にはいなかったし、どこに行ったんだろう。
She wasn't in the faculty office either. Where did she go off to?
心当たりがないわけじゃないんだけどね。屋上か、英語の遠藤先生と仲がいいから、英語準備室か。
Well, I can probably hazard a guess. She gets along with the English teacher, Endo Sensei, so she's either on the roof or in the English studies room.
どうする？このまま私が手当てしてあげてもいいけど、痛いなら先生を呼んでくるけど。
What do you want to do? I can keep taking care of you, but if it hurts, I'll call the nurse. Kyoji ponders the words for a moment before answering. You know what? Go call the nurse. Kyoji ponders the words for a moment before answering. You know what? Go call the teacher. I'm scared to think about how you treat me might turn out.
ほー、悪かったわね。危なっかしくて。
Oh, well, excuse me and my scary dream. I mean, she's treating you. Like, If she wasn't there, you would probably just like rub it on the ground and that's it. Like, it's better than having nothing. Akane gets to her feet, her expression miffed, but soon smiles. This girl should really rethink about just smiling at everything.
まあ、ちゃんと見てもらっといた方がいいだろうしね。いいよ、行ってくる。あ、葵はここにいて、すぐに戻ってくるから。
But yeah, it'll probably be better if the nurse takes a look at you. I'll go call her. Oh, Aoi, could you stay here? I'll be right back. Before Akane leaves the nurse's office, she stops Aoi just as she starts to get up herself. Once Kyoji hears the door slide shut behind Akane, silence is all that follows. The nurse's office is completely quiet.
Nani?
What? Oh, it's, nothing in particular. It sure is quiet. I fucking hate these people. Like, you either have something to say, or just, you know, just be quiet. Like, even if it's awkward, just be like, I'll be on my phone, I guess. It's so fucking awkward. Abby gives that dispassionate reply and takes a portable display out of her bag. After turning it on, she puts a pair of earbuds into her ears. I'm telling you, she would be popular if she wasn't in a shit-ass game like this. She would be so popular in a different game. She would fit Evangelion so well, I'm telling you. She was made to be an Evangelion. I mean, they probably were inspired by Evangelion. Let's be real. Come on, you can't just start listening to music at a time like this. Why not? Tell me a reason why not. You're not talking to her. Why can't she? Genuinely, why not? Koji's eyes widen with exasperation. You're a fucking brat. Aoi hangs her head, focusing on the music. Fine. Koji signs and then cracks a false smile. Fucking hate this man. From the window, he can hear the crack of a baseball bat striking a ball. Other players cheer him on, telling him to run while the runner raises his voice in a shout. These voices, separate from him by a distance and wall, remind Kyoji of the past. The rhythm of music that just barely leaks from Aoi's headphones is pleasant to the ear. What song is she listening to? Straining his ear, he can only make out the rhythm section. Most of the girls that Kyoji knows who are around his age just listen to whatever songs are popular, but Aoi's music sounds different from any of them. Hey, Namiki? Namiki? Namiki! God, you're so fucking annoying! Let her fucking listen to her music. You can ask her later. Kyoji pops one of the birds out of Aoi's ear, which finally makes her notice him. She gives him a look of surprise. If anyone, and I'm telling you anyone, takes out your earbuds or like you takes off your earphones or anything, if it's not important, like it's not like, hey, the teacher's calling you, hey, somebody is stealing your shit, hey, like, watch out, a car is coming, or something like actually important. If it's just like, hey, what are you listening to? Hey, I'm bored, pay attention to me. If it's something like that, cut that person off. Or tell the person to their face, shut the fuck up and let me listen to my music. You are not important. You are not entitled to just straight up go and like take the earphones out of somebody's ear. Stop fucking manhandling people, okay? You are a fucking creep. I hate people who do that, and I hope you just trip and break your nose. I hope you just something bad happens to you, okay? If you're one of those people. I've had this shit happen to me so many fucking times. So many fucking times. Every time I wear headphones, and I wear headphones when I don't want to talk to people, like, when I don't wear headphones, it means that I'm mostly, like, okay to talk to people. When I wear headphones, you know, like, it's a sign that I don't want to fucking talk to people when I go outside. It's like, it's genuinely mostly a sign, like, if you see people wear headphones, 90% of the time it means they don't want to talk to people. Like, they're either out, like, doing sports, like jogging, running, something. They don't want to talk to you, okay? They're listening music. They are focused on whatever they're doing. Like, they don't want to talk to you. They're doing their thing. Or they are traveling. They're focused on, like, what bus to take, what train to take, what route to do. They don't want to talk to you. Or they're, like, listening to something like a podcast, or listening to a lecture, like they're going to school, they're like revising for a test, they're revising for something from work, or they're just listening to something before they have to go to work, before they have to do something, like they just want to relax before they have to go somewhere, you know? They don't want to talk to you. Leave them the fuck alone, okay? Or they've just had a bad day and they just want to listen to some music before they, like, get home and pass the fuck out. Like, they don't want to talk to you, okay? Leave them the fuck alone. And, like, it's always at those times when I wear headphones, when I want to be left alone, you always find those fucking creeps who just, for whatever reason, that's when they're like, oh, this person who very obviously doesn't want to talk to me, I want to talk to that person. This is my time when I will talk to this person who obviously doesn't want to talk to me. It's always that specific type of person who finds you at exactly that moment when you don't want to talk to them. And I've had, especially when I was, like, underage, like, it's always the people who target the underage people. Like, it's always the fucking creeps. It is always the creeps. When you are, like, visibly underaged, mostly, and I would, like, wear headphones, they mostly, go for, like, people who visibly wear headphones. Like, when I wear my plug-in headphones, they don't annoy me. So, like, I mostly wear, like, the fucking plug-in, like, you know, like, the fucking, these tiny ones, like, when I put them in, you can't see I have that shit in. When I have that shit in, nobody annoys me. Nobody. Because they don't see that I have a headphone in. Nobody annoys me when I have those things inside of me. Nobody. Because they can't see that I have a headphone in. They don't annoy me. But when I have, like, these big headphones, or when I have, like, headphones with, like, the cables, like the long cables, suddenly it's everybody's business to fucking come up in my face and ask me things. And I'm like, buddy, from a fucking kilometer away, you can see that I have headphones. The person next to me doesn't have headphones. Person next to me doesn't have headphones. Person in front of me, no headphones. Person behind me, no headphones. Me, very visible headphones. Why the fuck are you talking to me? Because I have headphones? Get the fuck off. Fuck off. Go away from me. It's always the people who visibly have headphones. That's the people they annoy. And, like, most of the time, it depends on, like, what mood I have. Sometimes when it's, like, a person who, they just seem like they targeted me because they're, like, it's a young person, and I'm, like, scared of the other people because they don't seem as friendly. Like, I'll take off my headphones and be like, okay, like, I guess because I'm young, they think, like, I'm an easier person to ask something of, so, like, I'll take off my headphones, like, what the fuck do you want? And depending on, like, what they ask me, like, I'll reply. Like, if it's something stupid, like, oh, can I call from your phone? I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I'll put on my headphones, like, no, of course you can't. No, I'm not giving you my phone. Like, fuck off. Because, like, by the way, if somebody on the street asks you, like, can I call from your phone? Don't. Don't. Logically. That means they're trying to, like, steal your phone. Because, just in general, don't put your phone in somebody else's hands. They can easily just steal your phone. Don't do that. Or, like, if they ask for the time, I will, like, hold it. Shit. I will, like, hold the mobile, like, they'll mostly be like, oh, give me your phone so I can see the time. I'll be like, I'll just look at the time like, yes, that's the time. You can see the time from this fucking distance. That's the time. Because, like, a lot of the time, people will ask, like, either to call from your phone, what's the time, but they will be like, oh, can I, like, see the time, but they will, like, try to, like, grab your phone to, like, see the time from close, but, like, they will try to steal your phone. Don't do that shit. Or, like, when you have headphones, they will just try to rizz you up for whatever fucking reason. So fucking annoying. They just think, like, they can rizz you up by asking, like, what are you listening to? And it's just like, what do you expect? Like, if I tell you what I'm listening to, you will not have any fucking clue. Oh god. I was, like, talking to, my friend last time. Oh my god. What was it? Oh my god, what was it? I think, was it this? There's an OST from Omori called Luck, and I was listening to this. There was a person who, like, asked me, like, oh, what are you listening to? And I was like, what am I supposed to fucking say? It's always funny because, like, most of the time I listen to game OSTs, and it's like, especially when they're like, hey, play, like, can I listen to the song you're listening to? And it's like, do you really want to though? Like, literally, most of the time I listen to shit like this, and I don't think I want to be judged by a stranger on the street. Because I think, like, with the way I look, most people would either think I listen to, like, this fucking girly pop music, or they would think I listen to, like, some heavy metal or shit. Like, I get most people mostly say that they think I listen to, like, heavy metal. For some fucking reason. Like, I've had so many people try and flirt with me by saying that they listen to heavy metal, and I'm like, do I look like I listen to heavy metal? Like, I occasionally listen to, like, metal and stuff, but it's more of, like, baby metal. And, like, mostly the people who try to flirt with me, when they find out that I listen to, like, idol music, they're like, wait a minute, what? Because they're mostly the type of people who, like, who listen to metal because they think it's like, oh, it's because it's cool, it's like a manly genre. When they just hear, like, idol music, they're like, ew, but that's, like, fucking, like, stupid music, like, that's girls' music, and it's like, you're a fucking loser if you think it. You're a fucking loser. You just don't know joys of life, okay? You just don't know the joy of life. And also, if you listen to metal because you just think, like, oh, just because it's cool, you're a fucking loser. Like, where's your joy and whimsy in life? Like, metal can be just so fun and just such a, like, get-together kind of song. Like, you can make so much, like, friendships and, like, whimsical joy. You can get so much whimsical joy out of it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, have some fun in your life. What the hell? Yeah, god, I've been going on a rant. I wanted to make this very quick. Whoops. Okay.
ごめんなさい。私つい
I'm sorry, I just... Don't worry about it. Say, what are you listening to? Don't worry about it. Yanks your earbud out of your ear. Don't worry about it. Fuck you, Kyoji. What are you listening to?
これパラノイアロストってバンド。
It's this band called Paranoia Lost. That isn't a band Kyoji's familiar with. Of course you're not. You're a fucking white man who has bland taste. It's like the fucking game. It's self-aware. It's kind of self-aware. Like, as I've said, every time you have the type of man who like yanks your earbud out and asks you like, what song are you listening to? They never know. They never know anything apart from like the most bland shit that plays in the radio all the time. Or like some boring ass shit that's like very obscure that nobody really likes. But they think it's because it's really cool and edgy that nobody gets it like them. Is that a metal
ゴ
band?
シックメタルのバンドのファーストアルバム。この頃はデスメタルに近いと私は思う。多分。
It's a gothic metal band's first album. Nowadays they're closer to death metal, I think. Aoi appends that last bit with a clear lack of confidence. Indeed, Kyoji can faintly hear a vocalist growling out of the earbud. Wow, you like death metal?
デスメタルっていうかゴシック系が好き。センテンシードとか。
It's not so much death, I just like gothic style. Like Sentence, for example.
解散しちゃったけど。
They broke up though, like every gothic band like ever. They mostly break up after a very, like they break up mostly very quick, like after a year. Wow, that's still unusual though. I don't think most girls are aged to that kind of metal. You're not like all the other girls. You're so quirky, you're so unique.
好きっていうかよく聞く。
I don't know if I like it. I just listen to it a lot. Doesn't that mean you like it?
なのかな。よくわからない。
Does it? I'm not sure. That sentence is a bit weird. It's like, girl, you can like it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Aoi whispers anxiously. It's like she's trying to like hide that she likes it. It's like, it's fine, girl. Kyoji himself isn't into death metal, but he does like hard rock and heavy metal. Someone who's not into rock music at all, this kind of music probably sounds the same regardless of genre. Those who like any of it, though, know that these different genres have a world of difference to them. Listening to rock music is a pretty rare hobby to have, either way. Rock music is like the most vast genre and the most popular shit ever. What do you mean a rare hobby? Like, I think rock music is the most popular genre of music in my country. Like, all of the fucking groups are mostly rock in my country. Kyoji feels like he's found someone who shares his taste. I gotta say, Namiki, you don't seem like you'd be into stuff like this. But as Kyoji says that excitedly, Aoi replies with a mumble.
前に言った。
You said that before. Huh?
覚えてないよね。前に日記に書いた。
You probably don't remember. I wrote it down in my diary. But how would I know what's inside your diary? Aoi says nothing and simply peers into Kyoji's eyes. Only then does he recall, like a light bulb had just switched in his brain. Oh, hold on, I think it's coming back to me. Kyoji sifts through his memories. It's like something in his mind is tugging at his head. I listen to music called death metal. I think I remember. Rem is small, tiny letter scribbled in a notebook. The blood drains from his face. I listen to music called death metal a lot. My big brother likes it. Yes, he did read it. Kyoji looks up timidly, only to find Aoi is still looking fixedly at him. Did you and I, like, have exchanged diaries or something? Seriously? I'm sorry, I forgot.
いいけど、
It's fine. says that, but giving her expressionless she is. It's hard to tell how she really feels about it. But really, if he knew this girl well enough to exchange diaries with her, how could he have forgotten so completely about her? Fucking stupid. An awfully uncomfortable air settles over the nurse's office. His memories of Aoi gradually return. Back then, before he transferred away, exchange diaries became a fad. Two people would exchange diaries, and if they were different genders. Kyoji couldn't quite remember why the fad caught on. Texting was already a thing after all, but either way, he remembers that about 6 of his classmates were into it. Texting and exchange diaries are just so different though. Like, you wouldn't text somebody like the same way you would write into a diary though. Like, you would text somebody like what you did in a day, but it would be a lot shorter and written in a very different way. Kyoji wasn't really into it, personally. Why did he exchange diaries with Aoi then? Some part of him wants to ask how that started. I kind of get the feeling I shouldn't ask though. He could only faintly remember it. The exchange diaries between him and Aoi didn't last long. He had a feeling he said something along the lines of it being boring, so he wants to stop. Such a piece of shit. Maybe Aoi's attitude towards him was because of this old baggage. He sneaks a glance at Aoi, who has slipped her earbuds back in to resume listening to her music. He can't hear the music as well as before, so she probably lower the volume. Make it higher. Just ignore him. Say, do you still have that diary? Ah! Just leave her the fuck alone. She's literally showing you like, shut the fuck up. No. I lost it. I see. She's still mad at him, for sure. Or maybe that's just what she's like. Feels like he remembers someone calling her bashful, but that doesn't exactly seem to be the case either. Having answered Kyoji's question, Aoi hangs her head again while continuing to listen to the music. There's no sign of Akane returning yet. But what now then? Kyoji decides. I'll go home. I don't get this though. Like, I don't get why this is the option to choose. I don't fucking get it. Because, like, Akane is still trying to find a nurse. She's still out there trying to find a nurse. And, like, she's running around. But he's just like, oh, I'll just go home because I feel awkward. Akane is running around, finding a nurse, and you just get up and leave. How about staying there? So that Akane isn't just like going around for nothing? You know? Fuck this guy. After saying that, Kyoji gets up from his chair. Honestly, if I were Akane, I would just forget about this guy, never talk to him again. Even Aoi responds by raising her head in a hurry. Akane went to... It doesn't look like she's coming back. And besides, I'm not hurt that bad or anything. Sorry, but could you tell Akane I went home? The truth is that staying here with Aoi is just too suffocating. This man, if somebody doesn't pay attention to him 24/7, he will whine like a baby and run away because, oh my god, you're not paying attention to me. How dare you not pay attention to me? I am so bored. Like, you are not constantly talking to me. How dare you? I am going home. Fucking hate him. Kyoji picks up his bag. Aoi hurriedly stands up after him, fidgeting all the while. Bye. Leaving Aoi behind, he exits the nurse's office with the intent of hurrying home, but... How did this happen? From the corner of his eye, Kyoji spots Aoi walking a short distance behind him. I don't get this. I don't get this. Care to explain why the fuck she's doing this? I started liking Aoi, but then this happened, and I stopped liking Aoi. Because this doesn't make sense. Aoi, you have been childhood friends with Akane. She has been next to you For all of these years, Akane is running her fucking ass around the school trying to find a nurse. You have one job. Akane told you to stay here. I nearly broke my fucking nail. To stay there and wait there until she comes back. What do? You go after the most stupidest man on earth. Girl, I would stop being your friend as well. Fuck you both. Oh my god. These people. These two people are irredeemable. They are irredeemable. Aoi catches up to him near to the shoe lockers. Past then, she simply follows 3 steps behind him, not uttering a word. Why? What for? He doesn't need to be babysat. Honestly, I wish he got beat the fuck up. Again. Once they leave the school and get to the streets, Kyoji finally says something. Shouldn't you have waited for Akane? I think it's fine. He wanted to ask her why she's following him. But if it turns out that her home just happens to be in the same direction as him, he'd come across as excessively self-conscious. No, you should probably ask why, because... Why? Why are you following him? It doesn't make sense. Hello, girl? Wake up. I don't get why these girls are obsessed with this He's not even a mid-man. I'm sorry. But to me, mid-men are better than Kyoji. Mid-men are just men who don't do shit. But Kyoji is doing worse than nothing. To me, Kyoji is less than a mid-man. That's it. Walking home silently like this is... But just as that thought crosses his mind, Aoi stops in the tracks. I'll be going this way. Aoi points to the side street. Oh, sure. See you. Goodbye. Aoi turns into the side street, spearing from sight. She's kind of a weirdo. Kyoji shrugs. After finishing the bento Yamiko got for him, Kyoji shuts himself off in his room. It's been 3 days since he moved in. Though he's organized his things to some extent, he doesn't quite feel at home yet. It's like he's wearing a set of clothes he's not used to. Okay, I'm gonna be speedrunning this shit. Still, he'll eventually get used to this place soon enough. Kyoji reaches for the guitar sitting inside his bed. This is his eternal treasure. It's been the thing he unpacked from his luggage before coming here. He sits on the floor, leaning against the bed, and strums the guitar strings. Hehehe. Fucking weirdo. His amber-colored acoustic guitar is the one with use. As he runs his fingers across his curved body, a smile blooms over his lips. He worked part-time during school break, hoping to buy an electric guitar, but then a relative from his father's side gave him one. However, it turns out to be an acoustic guitar, not an electric one like he wanted. Unfortunately, his father didn't know the difference between an electric and an acoustic guitar. How the fuck do you not know the difference between those? His father scolded him for whining about it, telling him not to be selfish. I mean, both are expensive. It was still a guitar of some kind, though, so he started practicing with it. Soon enough, he grew attached to it anyways. Despite how he had complained about it at first, nowadays merely holding it puts a smile on his face. He's definitely come to appreciate it. He takes out a practice belt clip from under his bed, then starts trying to play some exercises from it. He's only recently gotten used to how hard the strings are. Now that the skin on his fingers has gotten tougher, strumming the guitar doesn't make his fingers bleed like he used to. I fucking hate when you have like this thick, firm skin on your hands. Like I have had, when I used to work at one of my jobs, I used to have like really thick skin here from, I used to like be on the computer all day, and I had like, from doing this and from wearing gloves all day, I had like really thick skin here. It was so nasty. Ugh, I hated it. It was so gross. I fucking hate it. Like, I have really thick skin on my feet because like I walk a lot, and I hate it. I hate having thick skin on my feet. Like, I want to get rid of it so badly, but I just can't because I keep walking a lot. and it's just impossible to get rid of thick skin on my feet. And like, I tried so hard. Like, I used to, when I went home, I used to wear like gloves with a lot of like hand cream, like just literally soak my hands in like hand cream and like soak my hands in water and stuff just to get rid of the thick skin. It took me months to get rid of it. Like, now I don't have thick skin here anymore, but like, it took months to get rid of it. On my feet, I cannot get rid of it. It's still there. I can't get rid of it. But like, on my hands, it took me so long to get rid of the thick skin. I would hate to have my fingers thick, though. I would hate that. I could never play the guitar. I really like to just jam this thing sometime. He imagines himself hooking a guitar up to an amplifier like in a music bar. Wishes he could just play on the streets, but the songs he's itching to play aren't exactly nice and peaceful. Wants to play songs that have hard vocals accompanied by bass and drums. They're the kind of songs that hit all the way down to the core until the listener goes dizzy and their thoughts go blank. What the fuck kind of songs are those? He could only imagine how good it would feel to play that sort of music under the spotlights, playing for a roaring audience in the dark. I think the only people who go like dizzy from the songs are the people who actually play the songs. Just then he hears a gentle knock on the door. Come in. Kyoji replies, singing his hands off the strings. Himiko opens the door and enters, 2 cups of pudding in her hands. Sorry, was I too loud? Were you working?
隣近所から苦情が来ないうちは気にしなくていいわよ。
Oh, it's fine. As long as the neighbors don't complain, you have nothing to worry about. Seeing this, Himiko holds up the pudding.
差し入れ持ってきたんだけど、食べる？
I got you a snack. You want some? Yeah, thanks. Leave it there. Himiko nods before taking a seat next to
それ
Kyoji.
にしても、こう言っちゃうのなんだけど、京ちゃんのギターって。
In any case, this might be rude of me, but the way you play the guitar is very... You're going to say I suck, aren't you? Kyoji can't help but poke fun at himself.
あら、下手とまでは言うつもりなかったのよ。ただちょっと未熟っていうか、拙いとか、たどたどしいとか、稚拙とか、拙劣とか。
Oh, I wouldn't say you suck. You're just a little inexperienced, unskilled, awkward. You have room for improvement. A bit clumsy, maybe. It makes me pretty depressed when you describe it with that many words.
日本語って豊かな言葉よね。
Japanese sure is a rich language. Yumiko laughs unapologetically. It's fine, I'll get better before you know it. His words are filled with resolve. That's right, he's bound to get better someday. It's not that he's seriously considering becoming a professional, but he definitely wants to get at least a bit better.
男の子ね。
Well, aren't you a boy at heart? Yumiko vigorously ruffles his hair. Hey, what are you doing?
突っ張っちゃってかわいい。
Look at you getting all indignant on me. So cute. Stop patting me on the head already. Besides, your boobs are pressing against me. Doesn't say that last part out loud though, thank fuck. After hugging Kyoji like a stuffed toy for a while, Yumiko finally pulls away from him, seemingly satisfied.
京ちゃん見てると昔の友達思い出すわ。
The guinea pigs had a cardboard box in their playpen, and I took it away because they fucking pissed all over it. And I have a different cardboard box. I have to cut it up and like cut holes into it like so they can go in and out, but I put it away at nighttime and it didn't like want to start cutting cardboard at night because it makes like a lot of noise. So now I only have a blanket like thrown over the rest of their toys and like tunnels and everything, so they still have like a hiding spot, but it's not that big. And one of the guinea pigs has wrapped itself in the blanket, and it's just like its whole butt is wrapped in the blanket and it's just sitting there like wrapped in the blanket. And another guinea pig like came over and it just shoved the butt of the other guinea pig with its head. And the guinea pig whose butt was shoved just like mumbled like, how fucking dare you. And the guinea pig who shoved the butt of the first guinea pig, it got so happy with the reaction of the first guinea pig that it did like the popcorn and it just jumped in the air like it was really happy that he annoyed the first guinea pig. That's so stupid. Looking at you reminds me of an old friend of mine. Yeah, I know which one. Friend?
幼馴染み。ギターがすっごく上手な子だったのよ。きょうちゃんと話したら気が合いそう。
Yes, a friend of mine since I was little was really good with a guitar. Maybe you two would get along if you met. No, they wouldn't. They fucking hated each other.
それにあいつもこういうの好きそうだな。
He also liked these kinds of things too. Seeing that, Yamiko takes out a giant monster figure from one of Kyoji's cardboard boxes. Collecting these is another of his hobbies.
あら、どれもこれも凶悪なお顔。ねえねえ、なんで悪者ばっかりなの？
Oh, they all have these nasty faces. Say, why do you keep collecting ugly ones? I like them. They're more cool than the heroes, right?
そう？
They are. It's all a matter of taste. What about the pudding, though?
あ、そうだそうだ、忘れてた。食べましょう。
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Let's eat it. She noisily rummages through the bags from the convenience store that she bought. Yumiko can't cook at all, or rather, it's not so much that she can't, but that pretty much everyone she knows has gravely warned her to stop before it can result in casualties. On top of that, she's fundamentally a very lazy person, so she ends up developing a strange taste for convenience store food. She happily takes two small cups out of the bag.
これね、角のとこにあるコンビニの秋の新作なんだって。京抹茶栗五目プリン。
I got these from the convenience store on the corner. They said it's a new flavor for the autumn. Kyoto matcha and chestnut with meat and vegetables. Kyoto matcha and chestnut is one thing, but meat and vegetables? He examines the transparent pudding cups. Indeed, he can spot weird colorful objects resting at the bottom. Why do you keep buying these crazy flavors all the time?
決まってるじゃない。すぐに消えちゃいそうなやつは売ってるうちに食べておかないと。なくなってから後悔したって遅いんだから。
Well, that's obvious. They're always getting discontinued, so you have to try them while they're available. But if they get taken off the shelves before they find out what you taste like, you'll always regret it. No, I don't think I would.
あら、するわよ。3年と8ヶ月前にカレーヨーグルトを食べ損なって死ぬほど後悔した私が言うんだから間違いないの。
Oh, but you would. Let me tell you, 3 years and 8 months ago, I didn't eat that curry yogurt they had on sale, and I regret it so much to this day. Believe me, you will regret it. Yumiko claps her hands together, offering up thanks for her meal, then gleefully peels off the pudding's lid. Fine. Kyoji follows her example, directing a sidelong glance at his eccentric guardian as he does so. Yumekawa Himeko, also known as Saitama Yamiko. With a real name that sounds like it should belong to someone from a musical troupe, and an infuriating cliché pen name, this young lady is a writer for an occult magazine Abrase. On top of that, she's his mother's cousin. She's too young to be his aunt, but too old for him to consider her as an older sister. As such, she comfortably fits into the role of a friendly older cousin. According to her, when Kyoji was little and lived here, she often doted on him. The doting part is entirely according to Yamiko though, but from his perspective, nothing good ever came from spending time with her. Yamiko moved out of this time when she went to college, after which she started working at a major publisher in the big city. During that time, she fell out of touch with the family. When Kyoji's household moved to the same area as Yamiko because of his father's job, they started talking again. But then, after a year ago, she quit her job at the big publisher for whatever reason and became a writer for Abrase, an underground magazine that's third rate at best. Just as Yamiko decided to move back to Kurehito to investigate some stories she was curious about, Kyoji's father was relocated abroad. One thing led to another, and now Yamiko has ended up as his guardian. Why did Yamiko quit her job anyways? His parents never told him, and neither has Yamiko. Rem is getting the impression she enjoyed her old job. She might enjoy her current job even more. But objectively speaking, her old job was definitely the better job. Oh, by the way... Yamiko, who's been eating her pudding quietly so far, suddenly speaks up with a slow, saccharine voice.
学校から
からさっき電話があったの。きょうちゃん誰かぶっ飛ばしたんですって？
I just got a call from school earlier. Kyo-chan, did you really beat someone up? He figured she'd find out about it sooner or later, but confronting him about it still makes him a little uneasy. He'd beaten Sadashima so hard he couldn't walk. His goons had to carry him as they ran off. He's probably tatted to the teacher after that too, making sure to twist their story to put him in the good light while incriminating Kyoji.
まあ、きょうちゃんのその絆創膏だらけのなりから察するに、きょうちゃんもタコ殴りにされたんじゃないかと、ヤミコさんは推測しちゃうわけだけど。
But if I had to guess from all these bandages, your good friend Yamiko here assumes that it's more like you got ganged up on. I did beat the crap out of their leader though. His pride urges him to stretch that fact.
で、何があったの？
So what happened? Yamiko casually brushes aside his bravado and cuts straight to the heart of the matter. Koji frowns before reluctantly saying, I can't tell you.
あらあら、まあまあ。
Oh my. But they were real assholes, you know. They definitely had it coming.
そっか。
I see. She nods with surprising ease, showing no signs of inquiring any further. She drops her gaze to her pudding and resumes hardly digging into it. Is that it?
何が？
What do you mean? It's just, I thought you'd press me more about it.
ヤミコさんの知ってるきょうちゃんは無意味にごめたいする子じゃないのよね。
Well, I know you, Kyo-chan, and I know you wouldn't stick your neck into trouble for no reason, but he did. He did. If he didn't do this, there wouldn't have been any trouble.
喧嘩するならよっぽどの理由があったんだと思うの。しかも相手の方がたくさんいたわけでしょ？
If you had to fight with someone, you probably had a good reason to do it. And there were a lot more guys than you there, right? Did I say there were? Koji asks, taken aback. Himiko just wags a finger.
さっき連中の頭は潰したって言ったでしょ？相手は多人数だったってことよね。
You said you beat the crap out of their leader. That means you were up against a group.
ヤミコさんはそういう卑怯っぽい子嫌い。だから何があったかは知らないけど、まあよく頑張ったって言いたくなっちゃうわけ。
And let me tell you, I hate mean kids like that. So I really don't know what happened, but I do think you did good. Kiji's lost for words. Himiko's like, well, maybe not a parent, but she's certainly his guardian. He had expected her to rake him over the coals about this. Seeing Kyoji's surprise, Himiko narrows her eyes.
でも、きょうちゃんが悪さしたら容赦なく折檻させていただきますから、その辺はちゃんと覚悟しててね。
Oh, but let me tell you this. If you actually end up doing something naughty, you'll be getting a very big scolding from me. So you should keep that in mind. Yeah. Himiko shrugs before giving him a slightly sarcastic smile.
それにしたって明日は長い一日になりそうね。
But that said, tomorrow's definitely going to be a long day, huh? How come?
こっちのこと気にしない気にしない。
Oh, that's just my business. Don't mind me. Himiko gives him a strange smile but doesn't say anything else. A bit baffled by her, Kyoji decides to change the topic. Oh yeah, something kind of awkward happened to me today.
気まずいって何？
Awkward? Yeah, it turns out I did exchange diaries with someone before I moved away. I completely forgot about them until today. At this point, Himiko laughs out loud.
ははさては女の子ね。
Let me guess, it was a girl.
照れなくてもいいじゃない。私もやったわよ。小学校の時、クラスの男子と。
No need to be shy. I used to do exchange diaries too. I was with a boy from my class back when I was in primary school. Really? Himiko gently shakes her spoon, her eyes narrowing with nostalgia.
不思議よね。最近の子はやらないのかと思ってたけど、この間テレビでもクラスで流行ってるって言ってた子いたし。
It's strange, isn't it? I thought that kids nowadays wouldn't do that sort of thing, but I saw a girl on TV the other day say that it's popular in her class.
別に面白いこと書いてるわけでもないのにね。
It's not like you write anything all that interesting in those diaries anyway, right? Yeah.
その子ってどんな子？
So, what's that girl like? Is she cute? Himiko looks at him with an odd smirk. Kyoji suddenly starts to reply. I guess. He suddenly sees Aoi in his memory again, sitting in the nurse's office and listening to her disc player. I guess. He regrets the words as soon as she blurts them out. Himiko smiles broadens with a smug grin. I love how he's just like, yeah, she's cute, but also he feels so awkward and so like uncomfortable around her that he cannot stand being near her. The fuck?
へえ。きょうちゃんがそんなこと言うってことは結構タイプなんだ。
Also, Yariko, don't gas him up. Like, that man cannot even be in the same fucking room as the girl. He can't even be in the same room as her without, like, fucking wetting his panties. Like, don't gas him up. Uh-huh. Wow. If you're saying that much, she must really be your type. Who cares about that?
どうでもよくないない。保護者代理としては気になっちゃうもの。
I care about that. As your legal guardian, it's my job to care. Forget if she's cute or not. She hardly talks to me. She's sort of gloomy and weird. Such a piece of shit. Yoko knits her brows at his malark.
残念。あ、そうだ。あかねちゃんとは会った？
That's a shame. Oh, right. Did you run into Akane-chan? Since Kyoji and Akane are childhood friends, they often play together. Since Himiko served as a sort of older sister figure for Kyoji, she knew Akane. She's in my class.
へえ、奇遇。可愛くなってた？私も会いたかったな。
Really? What a coincidence. Is she a cutie now? I want to see her too. I'm sure you'll find a chance to run into her.
そうね。楽しみにしてよっと。
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it. Himiko's the first to finish her pudding. She cheerily gets to her feet.
さて、デザートも食べ終わったことだし、もう一仕事してから寝ようかな。
Well, that was dessert, so I'll get a bit more work done and go to sleep. She turns around and leans forward, pointing an index finger at Kyoji's nose.
きょうちゃんもお風呂にさっさと入って寝なさいね。ちゃんと一人で入るのよ。一緒には入ってあげないんだからね。
Kyo-chan, you go take a bath and head to sleep, you hear? Can you wash on your own? Because I won't be coming to help you. Kyoji nearly coughs the pudding out of his mouth. What are you saying? I won't ask you to do that.
だっていずれお願いされないとも限らないでしょ。だから先に言っておこうと思って。
I mean, I figured maybe you'd ask me about it, so I'm putting my foot down here and now. I never asked you for that. Oh, and for the love of God, never buy this kind of pudding again. I can't tolerate it being green, or having chestnuts and bean paste. What does this thing really have vegetables and meat in it? They wouldn't even put that in chawanmushi.
あら、せっかく美味しかったのに。
Oh, come on, it tasted good. Her statement shocks Kyoji to the core. I can't believe it. Do you really eat this kind of stuff all the time?
ヤミコさんは鋼の舌と鉄壁の胃袋を自慢にしてますから。
I have a tongue of steel and an iron stomach. Himiko boasts with her hands on her hips. I don't understand you. Fine, just go away and good night.
あ、可愛くない。
Aw, you're no fun. Yeah, excuse me for being no fun. You've got work to finish, right? Good night.
お風呂は入るのよ。
Don't forget to take a bath. They've known each other for so long that Yamiko isn't the slightest bit offended by Kyoji's rude remarks. She waves goodbye before leaving his room. She's always was a weirdo. Grumbling to himself, he looks down to his cup of pudding where it sits on the floor. What am I supposed to do with this gunk? But she'll let him get away with just throwing it out. Okay. Yeah, Aoi Rao. Aw, she's so cute though. I really like how she's drawn. I got to this place in 3 hours last time, so I got here in 2 hours this time, so hopefully now the recording is good, because if it messes up again, I'm getting to this spot in an hour. I am rapping this text. I don't fucking care. I'm speed running this text the next time. So hopefully everything is okay. So thank you for watching and bye bye.